Please stand by. Please stand by. Standing by. Standing by. And here we come in 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody. It's Tommy. And I'm Patty. And we are Alderman Farms. Patty, she never can get ready on time. She didn't hear me say that. She's been running crazy. And so I don't know if you can hear the thunder in the background, but the thunder rolls and it is rolling. And so I don't know how long we will maintain power, but we will hang out for a while anyway and see what happens. So I'm driving both of the chats here for a minute, and that is not going to end well because I can't even handle the Facebook chat by myself, much less the Facebook and YouTube chat. So on Facebook, hey Cory, Carrie, not sure. Ross, hey Cindy, hey Catherine, Darlene. Thank you for sharing it, Darlene. And over here on chat on YouTube, it's already just ripping and rolling. It's already just running crazy before I can even see what is happening here. I see Terry, and I feel like the lady on Romper Room. I see Jeff. I see Nunda. Hey Mountain View, Terry, Linda. Hi Heather. Hey Diana, Justice Acres. Sorry, it's my glasses, not you. Hey Tammy, Aquapania. Sorry, you threw me a curveball there. But anyway, thank you guys for joining us. Hey, Duncan 1900 Homestead. I sure hope you were able to enjoy the tickets to the Homesteading Life Conference this past weekend. I so hated that we weren't able to make it. So you got some thunder too, huh? Country Living, Eastern Oregon Style 61. Says, won't be able to tell whether it's your thunder or ours. That's funny. Hey, Kelly Hale. All right, so, and now Patty's watching while she's getting ready. Hey, Patty. She didn't say nothing. She's up there getting her hair did. She's fixing her hair. Yeah, so we kind of fibbed to you guys last week. Well, we didn't really fib. We just didn't tell you the whole truth. And I'm not going to start talking about this until Patty gets down here, but we told y'all we were getting ready for a little get-together for one of Cory's friends the night after our last live stream, which had been last Friday night. And it was true that that was the cover story for what we were doing. And you can probably tell by the thumbnail of the video what we really were doing. And we couldn't be more excited. But I'm not going to talk any more about that until Patty gets down here because she's going to want to talk about it. And, oh, good, Duncan 19. I'm so glad, Brenda, that you had a great time. So last Thursday after our show, we were watching the Pratt Pack and Pratt Family Homestead live stream. And Doug and Stacy popped in and offered to give away a couple of tickets to some of Mike's viewers. And I said, well, you know what? I've got 2 tickets, 2 weekend passes, 2 two-day tickets that I've paid for in the app on my phone. And I had noticed sometime not long before that I could actually send those tickets to somebody else. So Mike and Jenny gave away our 2 tickets, and I was so tickled that Brenda at Duncan 1900 Homestead won our tickets to the Homesteading Life Conference. So now, Brenda, you promised to send me some pictures, and I ain't got no pictures from you yet. So you need to send me some pictures. I'm glad to know that you made it and had a good time. I'm sure it was outstanding. Hey, Tom Clefman. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Kristen Hall Blanks with the prettiest little baby girl. My goodness. And I love looking at the pictures of her little baby girl on Facebook. She is a doll. Let's see. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I probably have wasted too much time to do this. Patty's going to probably be coming down the stairs in just a moment. But, all right, well, you want me to wait till the end to talk about my stuff then since you're coming?
No, because you missed out your time to do that.
No, I didn't miss my time. I'm
Girl, huh?
I've been talking to people.
You talked about our prize first. I was listening.
I've been trying to, oh, speaking of prize.
Oh, did you get me a prize?
No, but we got the giveaway. We've got to figure out. Hey, Julie. Julie's watching on Facebook this time. We got to figure out where's the book?
You were supposed to do something with the book.
Oh my goodness, I put it away for safekeeping. Janet Garman's book, chicken book.
You want me to go find it?
You can go find it.
I haven't got to look at mine yet either. We've been busy.
We have been busy, running crazy. I've been on the road.
You put it where I told you to put it anyway.
With work, huh?
You put it where I told you to put it.
Oh, I did?
Yep. You listened to me.
So.
Has Mama said hey yet?
No, she didn't. Say hey, Mama. Raise your hand up. There she is. Mama wanted to make an appearance just because she wanted to watch the show out here on the big screen TV. You can't really tell, but that you see this TV on the wall over there? Nope. Right here? Yeah, how do you do that? Right here? That's us. She's watching the show. But anyway, our pal Janet Garman, who is a many times now published author, and she's such a delightful writer.
Hey Nanda. Hey Kim.
It's not only practical, but it's just so fun to read. She's a gifted author and just an absolute sweetheart. And she is on my neck list of necks that I look forward to hugging at Virginia at the Homesteaders of America Conference. So we're going to be giving away this book. I'm just trying to, I want to do it right so YouTube doesn't scold me. And we're going to figure out how to give away this book.
He's scared to do it wrong and get in trouble.
Yeah, 50 do-it-yourself project for keeping chickens. Your chickens will love you. And it's raining now.
Yep, it's raining.
All right, so I'll hold my stuff till afterwards.
Okay. Yes.
Now, I did.
We had a very exciting
you want to do this,
weekend.
do all that now, or talk about that now?
No, because you've already brought it up.
Yeah, I've already brought it up. So, go ahead.
Without me. We had a very important party here Friday night, and we did get to see Cory's friend Jonah that was home from the Marines. He had been gone on about a year tour, and anyway, but with the party, the pretenses was that we're having just a party for Jonah, but that was just a pretense because Cory had a very important question he wanted to ask a very important person. And so he did. He asked Kayla to marry him. And y'all have seen Kayla on here a couple of times just to pop in and say hello, you know, because she, we haven't found any of our kids, except Cameron, and he's not here, that doesn't mind getting on our YouTube show. So anyway, but we are just tickled to death, and it went great. He surprised her, if you couldn't tell by the pictures.
She was so surprised.
Yeah, so we had been finagling and planning, and so she was very surprised. Some of her family got to come, so it was so neat.
Yeah, before I show the next picture, let's talk about that a little bit. So we were scrambling because the plan was there's a little church a couple hundred yards away from here. Actually was carved, the property for that church was actually carved out by my great-grandfather. And so I had called up the people with the church and asked them if we could park some cars down there. And they said, sure. We got a great relationship with them. And so the plan was that they would park down there. We had a couple of our friends, including Jonah, I think, said he would stop by, and if he saw anybody, shuttle them from there to here, because it was going to be like 13 or 14 people in the family, in Kayla's family. So then,
because they couldn't, because she would have been suspicious had they been coming here, because they didn't know Jonah,
because they don't really know Jonah. And so then we get a call that, oh my goodness, Kayla got off work early and she's on her way or something, you know.
Yeah, so we were just scrambling.
So Patty's calling Kayla's parents, y'all don't come yet, don't come yet. And make a long story short, we got it done. So everybody was just mingling in here. Oh, what happened was Cory took her to town to go get a burger, just to kill time. Yeah. And she probably thought that was weird, knowing there was going to be food here. But luckily Cory eats a lot, so they so everybody was milling around in here, and Tomas was so funny. He was the sentry. He was outside the front door. He came running in. They're coming! And so we scurried everybody to the back, all her family, to the back bedroom. And we knew that when she came in, it would be a minute before she got over to the right spot, because she's a hugger and she was going to have to hug everybody, and she did. So what I'm getting to is I'm leading up to this next picture I'm going to show you. All those pictures I just showed you, well, let me say this. When she got in position with her back to the hallway, we snuck the family out into this room. So they were all right there when the proposal happened. And I don't know how long it took, 2 or 3 minutes at least. But all these pictures that we've already showed you, her parents are like pretty close to where that camera angle is right there. So her parents are kind of coming from where the camera is looking, and she never saw him. Even right here, even right here, she looked right at her mom. We understand later, but
in that one right there, she's looking right at her mama in that picture.
She's looking at her mama in that picture, and then after about 2 minutes, we get this.
Then she realizes it's her mom and her dad and her family.
It was too funny.
It was so cute.
Too funny. So there's the cute couple, and we just adore her. And I got way too many pictures in here, but this ain't all I got. We got probably
We've got lots of pictures. We was asking everybody to take pictures, and they did. So
they're gonna make some pretty babies. That's what I know. My goodness. So here's a family shot. Not a family shot, because that's not all of our family.
That's the mamas and daddies and couple.
Yeah, and because Kayla has a brother too. So anyway, I don't think we could possibly be happier about. I told her that night. I put my arm around her and I said, "Sweetheart, almost since the day that we met you, we have loved you and prayed that it would be you." And she just cried, you know. But so anyway,
it was really cool.
Okay, show's over. Hey, Tammy.
Thank y'all all for the congratulations. We're so excited. We really are. And now we're getting to make wedding plans.
Yeah,
so that's exciting.
Tell them about the deal we got. I don't know if Kevin's watching or not.
We were so blessed.
You just hush, Shug. I'm gonna move my foot.
Anyway, having the reception in this big room that we're going to decorate and everything, and we thought my sister Julie had mentioned getting some chair covers and everything, and you know, that's a lot of chairs and everything. She mentioned me making them. I'm like, I can't make that many and all this kind of stuff, but you know, it's an extra expense and everything. And well, don't you know, yesterday a friend from Facebook that's local or fairly local posted, I mean, I guess it's okay to say Kevin's name, named Kevin.
Yeah.
He posted chair covers for sale, and some of them hadn't even been used, and so got a great deal.
Some of them hadn't been taken out of the package.
Yeah. And so me and Kayla went and got them today. Her mama was so tickled, and she was too. So it was just
great timing.
Neat the way things are working out. So they've already found the place and everything.
Thank you, Tammy.
Neat.
Well, Darlene Thompson says, I want to thank you so much for your sourdough. I've made 2 batches of bread, and tonight I'm going to make breadsticks for Sunday's potluck at church.
Oh, well, good. That's great to know. Thank you so much.
We love hearing that kind of stuff.
Yes.
You know, Patty's got people all over the world, people in Australia and Great Britain and other places that are making sourdough according to her instructions, and a lot of people out there. I need to go back and count up how many people have bought your dehydrated sourdough, and are actually how many occurrences of your sourdough there are all over creation. It's pretty cool.
Patty McGee says she's glad she got to make the live show, and I'm glad you did too, Patty. I'm glad you're here. Patty McGee.
Oh yeah,
Lofton.
Very nice.
So
welcome aboard.
Nice.
And we've got some big news coming up too.
And hey, Lynn. Yes, we do.
We've got some giant news coming up. In fact, the news is approximately 30 feet by 75 feet.
Yeah, and we were supposed to talk about this more last week, and
we didn't. No, that's not ours, but that's what ours is going to look like. Either that or like this. Patty and I can't decide and we didn't have time to go look it up to see whether or not we get an entrance door or if it just has the roll-up doors.
I'm almost 100% positive.
You're almost positive?
Mm-hmm.
So we're excited, and they're coming on the 27th, I think, to deliver our hoop house, our high tunnel.
Yes,
And I'm most excited about the fact that they're going to get it started.
Yeah.
Tell me again what they're supposed to, for the price we paid.
They're going to come and they're going to set up, they're going to get it square for us, which is huge because sometimes it's hard to get things square. And they're also going to set up the two end, they're going to complete one end wall and frame out the other one. And there'll be a hoop done.
Or two. I thought 2 additional hoops.
I think just one. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. But, so.
Then it'll be up to the rest of us, and in fact, I've got to send out my notices. Tommy Nettles, y'all know Tommy, the greatest neighbor in the universe. Mm-hmm. Tommy's already said, he'll help, which he's had some difficulties. He's just getting over. But I need to touch base with Craig. Craig Smith, are you on here? I don't know. I haven't seen Craig, but I got to touch base with Craig because
he's put them up before.
He's put them up before, so
he's familiar with that. So,
and he's a young feller, so he might be interested in doing more than just supervising. Hey, cousin Sue. So anyway, so we're excited about that, and the idea of a high tunnel. And if you're curious to see what people do with them, one place you need to go is to Arms Family Homestead. Mm-hmm. Daniel Arms got one, same way we did. This is an NRCS grant, and it's not 100% grant, but it takes the lion's share of it.
Yeah.
And we have to pay out of pocket, and then they will reimburse us. And it won't be, like I said, it won't be full. But do you know the percentage that we'll get back? Is it 70%, 80%?
No, they just pay like $3.52 a square foot.
Something like that. Yeah. There's a maximum they pay. But
the thing is, I think if we wouldn't have got any of the extras or anything, we would have come out almost even. Yeah, almost even.
So that's right.
But somebody asked, and I think it's gone up. I want to know where we got it from. Tubular Structures. They're a Mississippi-based company. But they do a lot of the southern states. So.
Yeah, Tubular Structures. And if one of the mods wants to look online and grab them, they're in Lucedale, Mississippi. Feel free to post a link. And if you call them, make sure you tell them AldermanFarms sent you.
Yes, please.
Tubular Structures.
Yes.
So that you have to get, if you get an NRCS grant, you have to get them. You have to get your high tunnel from an NRCS approved vendor.
Yeah, which a lot of them are.
Yeah, there are a lot.
A lot of them are.
There are a lot all over the country, and I know some people down in this part of the country get them from Oklahoma. So
we just felt better. This is the only company that I found that without an extra charge they actually start the setup for you, and so we really like that. We really like that idea, and it includes the shave cloth too. So, and he had asked me when I was talking to him, asked how the prices compare, and it's so hard when you're talking about all this stuff with the different ones, because different ones offer different things, and it's so confusing. Oh, we added trusses in ours. We're getting trusses, and
I remember now we did add all that stuff.
And so we added a few things that we feel like it's going to make it more stable. Plus, I want to be able to do hanging baskets if we decide to do that, and I want it to be structurally sound to do that. So, and I want to say, hey, Pratts.
Are the Pratts here?
Yep.
Woohoo!
They're here.
So, a lot of people think, when you hear about a high tunnel, they think about a greenhouse. Well, there are some key differences. Typically, in a high tunnel, there's no heat or cooling mechanisms.
Right.
But as you saw on those photographs, the side doors and the end doors are made to roll up to get ventilation through there. So you typically shouldn't need mechanical ventilation. Another difference between a a high tunnel in a greenhouse is typically, when I think of a greenhouse anyway, Patty, you may correct me, which would not be unusual. I need correcting a lot. But a greenhouse is typically for starting plants.
Yeah, typically, yeah, I think I would say so.
And well, as opposed to in a high tunnel, you're
Well,
planting
no.
in the ground. There's going to be rows or boxes.
There's greenhouse tomatoes and stuff like that that's actually grown.
That's true.
True. In buckets and stuff like that. So, but I made something while you were gone.
What did you
I want
make?
to show you.
What did you make?
I've been wanting to try this because there's a thing on Facebook.
Oh man, I saw that.
Oh, you did see it?
Yeah, I saw that in the video chat with the Pratts.
Oh, that's right. Anyway, I made a giant cinnamon roll. There's been a thing showing
That's as big as my head.
cinnamon roll cakes, and so Carl-Ann's boyfriend Jonathan was here, and he loves the cinnamon rolls, and so I started trying to make it, but I really couldn't. My dough was really soft, and so I was having a hard time, and really I was pleased with the way it turned out and the way it looked, but it didn't. It looked kind of funky before it rose up and I baked it. So
It looks nice,
but you feel
it's
how
pretty.
soft it is.
I do feel
still?
how soft it is.
I think making them big like this, and I got a little piece of one up there if you want to taste it.
Yeah, I do want to taste
Well, we
it.
can cut this too.
It does.
But
It does seem soft though,
Yeah.
softer than normal.
yeah, I think because it's bigger, it's not going to dry out as easy. You know.
Yeah.
So.
That's right, Nanda. In a high tunnel, you plant straight in the ground. Which I mean, you can have raised beds, and we may eventually have raised beds in there, but
We may not. I don't know. I haven't decided
or we
yet.
may just do permanent beds, which is the
Yeah.
term for like building a raised bed, but without raising it. Just kind of constantly amending the soil with organic matter and having the beds in the same place. There's Kevin Van Norman. Kevin, your ears must have been burning. We were talking about you a few minutes ago and the excellent
look.
deal.
Yeah, but listen, while we went and picked those up, we got the tour of his house.
Oh, Kayla was raving about it.
Yeah.
I got to come see your place, Kevin.
Oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. The house is gorgeous and everything, but look, there's a waterfall out the back window, and it is just amazing. I mean, it is so fun.
Yeah,
And it
Kayla
looks-
went on and on about
Yeah,
it.
Kayla's like, did y'all make that, or was that already there? And because I mean, it really, really looked good.
Yeah, she said the people are kind of weird, but the house is pretty.
Tell
No,
me.
she didn't. I'm kidding. She said they were just as nice as they could be.
Yes,
and,
we had a
which
really
is
good
what
time.
I know that about Kevin. They
Yeah.
are just as nice as they could be.
Yeah, and they even offered for us to stay and visit for a little while, and I'd love to have, but I had things I had to come home and get done, but it was really nice. So we'll have to go over there again.
Yeah, Kevin, we need to come
It is
visit.
so pretty, so pretty.
So Sherry
So-
Newton Calloway says, check out the 3-pound cinnamon roll at Lulu's in San Antonio, Texas.
Ooh,
That's a long way to go
that's
for a 3-pound cinnamon
That's a
roll.
big cinnamon roll.
How much do you reckon that one weighs?
I don't know. Maybe half a pound. Maybe not that much.
No, I think it weighs a pound or better.
I don't know.
Where's
Maybe.
your scale?
I don't think it's in here. I don't know where my scale is at.
Is it in my
Look,
truck?
Maybe it's in the
No.
truck. I don't know.
Or did we put it up already?
Well, I don't know where it's at. Living Garden said, so bees, how do they pollinate in the high tunnel?
Hey, Micah.
Hey, Micah. Is that Micah?
Micah
Hey,
Simone,
Micah
yeah.
and Brooke. Anyway, with the bees, sometimes they will go in the high tunnel. Plus, we have a lot of bumblebees here and the wasp and all, which help pollinate. But I am looking at some other varieties of vegetables. I just placed an order. We were up in Michigan. Jenny has been growing these beautiful. I can do something on here, can't I, without messing things up?
Yeah. It's just, this is going to go away.
Okay.
What you want to do?
I want to open my mail.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jenny's growing these beautiful cucumbers, and I was admiring them because they're really pretty, and that you can make pickles with, or you can just slice them and eat them. And she was telling me about them and said that they don't need a pollinator either. And most cucumbers do. It's how do you say that, Tommy? I ordered them today.
Monica? Monica?
I don't know.
Monika. If that was a C, I'd say Monica. So I'm assuming it's still
Yeah.
Monica.
So I actually ordered them today, and I'm going to plant those in the high tunnel, and I'm gonna still plant my Japanese long cucumbers because I really like those, and but they so I'm gonna plant those in the high tunnel in the season when I don't have the other ones, and that way I'll be able to save seeds. And you can save seeds from them. You can actually pollinate them yourself, but I'll pay attention to see what kind of pollination I'm getting or whatever, from other stuff.
Kevin says, anytime. Loved our visit.
Oh, it was good. We had a good time.
And Catherine Zumwalt wants to know, will we grow tomatoes in the tunnel?
Yes.
Yes.
And I ordered.
Oh, here we go.
I ordered 10 different varieties of tomatoes today. Yeah, I did.
High tunnel tomatoes?
Well, you don't have to just grow high tunnel
No,
tomatoes.
I know, but they
there.
do have some breeds that seem to do better in high tunnels. But.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I got, it's called Subarctic Plenty, or the world's earliest tomato. It only takes 50 days. And I got one called Big Rainbow Tomato, Henderson Pink Ponderosa, Rebecca Allen Tomato. I tried to get all the ones I could pronounce, but I can't pronounce that one. But it's an ox heart tomato.
Cour de boeuf.
Yeah. Pink Berkeley tie-dye tomato. It is so pretty.
That's a hippie tomato.
Yes. And woody orange tomato. It is really pretty. Oh, Barnes Mountain Yellow Tomato, Amish Paste, and Green Zebra. So I'm going to try and have a variety of colors growing. I'm not going to plant all those for the fall. I'm just going to plant a few of those some of them, that one takes 50 days, and there's a few that take like 70 days, so I'll plant those because I want to try and have tomatoes for the fall market. So
we want to make as full use of the tunnel as we can, but who are we kidding? He who has the tomatoes has the money. And at the farmers markets, whoever's there first with the tomatoes, they just get swamped. Our friend, he's no longer with us, Bobby. Friend Bobby, who tragically died way too early. Mm-hmm. But he was always the first one there, and he would sell 400 pounds of tomatoes almost before the market officially opened. Yep. People would be lined up, and he would be selling tomatoes just left and right. So Patty has long had a dream to be the first one with ripe tomatoes, real ripe tomatoes, not tomatoes that were chemically induced into ripening and all that, but real ripe tomatoes at our market. And so the good thing about a high tunnel, the general idea in this part of the country for a high tunnel is extending your growing season on both ends. That you can plant earlier in the high tunnel, and you can keep planting later in a high tunnel. Did I say that right? That it extends your growing season on both ends of the season?
Yeah, on both ends, yeah.
And so we're excited. We're really excited. Oh, how are the pickles? I see you got the pickles.
I think we need to have a pickle test
Let's
again.
have another pickle test. Taste test.
Now, last week, Tommy said they tasted too cucumbery for him.
A Pratt pickle.
Yep.
We're having a Pratt pickle pucker.
I actually haven't made Jenny's pickles yet because
this was
that's a recipe that, like, if you're going to can them.
You know what I smell?
Deal?
Cucumbers.
Oh, Tommy. You want a whole one?
Not yet.
I thought you might still be sick. I'm still clenching.
That's better.
That's good. Very good. Oh, I can taste the garlic more today.
That's better. Yeah. That almost tastes like a pickle. I had a hint of cucumber in it. Isn't it weird? I mean, it is a cucumber, but I like pickles, but I don't like cucumbers. Huh?
These have been 2 weeks in, I believe.
Well, they only last how long? How long do they last?
Oh, 2 months or longer.
Really? Yeah, that's good. That's beyond edible, I think, at this point.
I think they're very good.
I wish it was a little more pickly, but it may be.
That will be.
By the way, if y'all hadn't done so yet, go on our YouTube channel and search Tomas Vlogs the Hootenanny. We got a playlist on there, 6 videos. Audio's kind of bad. That's my fault, not his. But look at that kid. I just love. That's my favorite thumbnail of all of our thumbnails we've ever had. That's that's my favorite. He's a beast with that GoPro.
Yeah, Jenny, I want to try out your recipe. But I just picked 3 cucumbers yesterday, so I'll be able to do some new ones. So
look here, little dog.
She's fussing. She was fussing at Tommy.
She bit my toe that time.
She did. He moved his. He moved his foot, so she bit him. I guess she's kind of ornery like that. But anyway, hey, David Shiro. Oh, he says, hello, all from Canada, on my way south from Alaska.
Wow.
Oh, how nice.
Well, it is gully washing here now. I don't know if, can y'all hear the rain?
Is.
Let's be quiet for a second.
Just kind of sounds like the air conditioner running, so.
I mean, it's coming a good rain.
Yeah, a big, big rain.
Heavy rain.
Oh, yeah. You know, you haven't seen the garden in a while.
No.
Should have taken some pictures from them. You can't even see the pathways.
Our food jungle.
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't know if my action hole will get that. I may have to.
It's,
I may have to
weed
get the
eater
weed
time.
eater. Is it weed eater time?
It's weed eater time. That seems like it happens to us every year. That you know, it kind of gets away from us when it gets so very hot out, and we just can't spend much time out there. It's all we can do to get out there and pick, much less hoe and do stuff like that. Plus, we've been running the roads, so you know.
We have. We've been running the roads.
But it's been fun running the roads.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, by the way, Mike and Jenny were holding out on us.
What?
There is this thing called 127 garage sale.
I know all about it.
Well, you held out too.
No, I did not.
It started right after we left there.
Of course it did, and you knew that.
Well, I know.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, but Mike and Jenny should have told us before we went up there, because we could have made plans to drive home and drive. Listen, it goes from Michigan all the way to Birmingham.
Does it really?
Yes. So next year, we're going to drive, and we're going to take the camper, and we're going to go up there and stay, and then we're going to come home down that route and stop every few miles and shop. Don't y'all think that sounds like so much fun? Mike and Jenny could come part of the way with us. And listen, the people that live down here, Nanda's going to come next year, and she could come back.
Are y'all hearing this?
Who are you talking
Do
to?
you see what you're getting, what you've gotten me into?
He's doing Marco Polo.
We're going to have to drive all the way up there and all the way back so we can go to that dead burn yard sale all the way down to Birmingham, Alabama.
And we're going to pull the camper, too. Well, we'll have plenty of storage room to put the stuff we buy. Won't that be lots of fun? Let's see. Now let's see what it says. Oh, yeah. See? Jenny says, you're welcome, Tommy. Ha, ha, ha.
Lots of fun. Loads of fun.
Oh, Kim said that 127 is about 30 miles from them, so we can visit them while we're doing that traveling down.
Who?
Kim Farmer.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's
only if we have a
so
fifth wheel by then.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Siri.
Yes.
Not you.
If we get a fifth wheel by then, I'm down for it.
Yeah, Duncan 1900 Homestead says sounds like a plan. Yeah.
I'm sure the idea will grow on me.
David says I sound like his patty.
Fungus. Man.
And Christy Betts says she went from Alabama to Kentucky.
Oh, here we go on Facebook. I love garage sales, Darlene Thompson.
Yeah.
Catherine Zumwalt. Sounds like fun to me. Nobody asked you, Catherine. Cindy Wilhite Colson. Sounds like fun. Y'all need to mind your own business. I'm kidding. It does sound like fun.
Yeah, Terry says you need to start saving your money now, so.
It does sound like fun.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
You mean I need to start saving her money?
Yes.
That's kind of how that works.
Peaceful Inspiration says one of her friends did the whole way this year, and they do flea markets. You know, when we were up in Michigan. How did you find out Elton was up there?
He sent me a text message.
Yeah, his friend Elton Nolan, who graduated high school with, sent him a message that he was in Michigan too. And Tommy's like, "What are you doing up here?" And they were up there to do this garage sale thing.
Yeah. Well, he's got, yeah, but he had a business reason. I mean, Elton, you know, picks antiques and stuff, you know, and all. And he had seen us post something on Facebook, and he just was like, what are the odds of me and you being in Michigan at the same time? I'm like, what are you doing here? And I didn't know what he was talking about. I didn't want to. So, Elton, I didn't know what you were talking about, but I didn't want to sound stupid. When he said 127-yard sale, and I was like, oh. And I'm thinking, what is that? What is that? He's going to 127-yard sales?
Oh, way more than that.
Yeah, it's probably more than that. But
and Country Homestead Preacher said that they are close to Birmingham, would love to come and see us there. So that would be great. That's what we could do. Listen, we could be coming back, and we could have our camper, and there's some different campgrounds on the way, and we can stop off, and we can have like mini YouTube meetups all the way home.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We could have hootenannies aplenty. Little mini hootenannies. So they're just hoots. Little hoots.
Little hoots?
Yeah.
Have some little hoots?
Have some little hoots, some baby hoots.
I think we're coming up with a new name, like it Pratted.
Hey, Katie.
Yeah, Terry
neighbor.
says happy wife. Happy
no,
wife.
Kevin, we're not doing a motorhome, I don't think. Julie wants one. Patty's sister Julie wants one, but I don't think I would want one because if you're gonna, which I know I guess we could get a small car and drag it, but I like the idea of being able to drop the trailer and then drive somewhere.
Yeah, before we got the camper, we really was looking at maybe getting I like the idea of getting one that goes on back of your truck, you know, because we had the truck already, but they actually cost as much as the
I know
campers do, and that's what Tony's saying, you know, because then, you know, we'd have to kind of pick up camp when we left.
Pick up everything, yeah. So
we decided not to do that.
Yeah.
Although driving your truck and pulling a little car would not be as big as driving your truck and pulling the camper. Didn't think about that.
Yeah, I ain't crawling up in the bed of my truck all the way home from Michigan. I'm gonna sleep comfortably.
I'm sure they had comfortable beds anyway.
Yeah.
But David said you can look for tools.
Yeah.
For me to use.
Yeah. Oh, sure. All right. Doggone it, little bit. I mean,
Sugar Bear.
Sugar Bear. She bit my foot again. I can't wait to see that on the replay. I jumped like I've been shot.
Get on, Sugar Bear.
Hey, Coach Blake.
Get on.
Man, I mean, that's twice she's bit me right on my big toe.
You quit putting your feet on.
All I'm doing is moving my foot. Ornery little heifer.
Oh,
man, she's the sweetest little dog, y'all. That's her only thing. Is like when she's sleeping or something, if you accidentally bump her, she comes unglued.
She's kind of moody, though.
She's kind of moody.
Yeah.
And but she's a sweet little dog. She loves everybody.
Carl says, just wondering, are high tunnels goat proof? I've got a fence around the area now, and then there's another fence around that fence because we don't let them in there much.
Yeah. So no.
But we will put. Do you know that little goat jumped in the garden yesterday?
Hurt her leg somehow.
She had. I was on the front porch here, and the goats are pretty far over there. And if they holler like they're hungry or something, you can hear it, or in distress, you know, I could hear it. And so I ran inside, didn't have on shoes, didn't have my gun on, nothing. So I ran inside, ran upstairs, anyway, running around like crazy, put my gun on, put my shoes on. Julie went ahead of me, and then I ran past her and gave her my phone because I didn't have any pockets. And so got over there, and the goat was in the garden, and so I went to get her out, and she was limping. So I think I heard screaming, a goat screaming like they were hurt, and I thought the coyotes had come.
She might have been dangling in that fence.
I think she was. I think she was caught up a few seconds, and I hope she was getting popped while she was dangling.
Kevin said, I can tell she's sweet when I'm talking about Sugar Bear.
But anyway, so when I got over there, she was limping pretty good, so I don't think I forgot to feed this morning. Can you go feed them after the show?
Yeah, if it quits raining.
No, I'm just teasing.
Yeah, Katie, if you're still here, if you're still here, Katie, that's Cory, the little bitty boy that you knew. He's 21 now.
Who is that, Katie?
Katie, that was a neighbor when we lived on McHugh. Little Katie.
I know Katie. Katie,
yeah.
No, that was her mama's name. I done forgot it.
She's Katie Webb now.
Yes.
But
hey, Katie.
Oh, goodness.
I went to high school with her mom. Yes, Cory is getting married. Yay.
Speaking of sons, by the way, in the description of our video, both on Facebook and YouTube, there's 2 links to channels. One is the Pratt Family Homestead, because if you hadn't been over to the Pratt Family Homestead, what's wrong with you? You need to go there, because they're going to be live right after us. Well, they're going to be live at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central Time. We might not make it that long, but check them out. And the other one is to Cameron, our oldest boy. And you need to go check out his channel. He's gearing up to do some big things on his YouTube channel. He's got a little bit of content. A lot of it is outdoor, camping related, but he also does some tech stuff. And he's got his most recent 2 or 3 videos are testing live stream equipment that he's got. And he and 3 other buddies are launching another YouTube channel where they're going to do a lot of live streaming and a podcast and things like that. So go check out his channel, please, and give him a subscription. He's very talented. He's got an eye for equipment, and I want one of those Mevo live stream setups like he's got. It's amazing.
That new camera?
That camera,
Okay.
yes.
Well, listen, because I was talking with Kayla today about the wedding. Can we film the wedding with that too? Because we may need to buy some more cameras to film the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
I knew you'd be happy about that.
Yay.
Maybe. We're going to be checking into that.
I'll talk to
But
Cameron.
Cameron needs to bring his camera home when he comes home.
I'll talk
But
to
hey, I
Cameron.
want to say hey to Sandra and to Sandy and to Mindy and I think
Matt.
that's it. Matt, yes, Matt.
I already said hey to Matt. Matt was on here
Yeah.
a while ago. That's
Anyway.
all kinfolk, mostly.
Yes.
Well, kind of kinfolk.
Almost kin, anyway.
Almost kin.
Almost
Yeah.
family.
Hey, y'all.
So I haven't seen Sandra in a long time, or none of them in a long time. So anyway.
So anyway, go check out Tomas's vlog.
And hey, Ben.
Hey, Ben.
That's the oldest friend on there. Me and Ben grew up together.
Yep. Across the street neighbor. Hey, Ben.
Yep. We sure did.
So go check out Tomas's blog. Go check out the Pratt Family Homestead, especially after tonight's live stream here. And go check out Cameron's channel. I appreciate that very much. Now I got Blue's in my lap, but he don't bite
He's
my
a blue
toe.
boy.
He don't bite my big
yeah,
toe.
because he would bite it off.
He'd bite it off.
Oh.
What else, hon?
Um,
When you get through, I'll talk about my stuff.
I don't know. You know, I've been picking. We've been blessed. I was able to pick a mess of snap beans, a mess of okra. I've been putting okra in the freezer, and so I'm going to try and start. We've been eating a lot of snap beans, and so I'm going to probably try and start keeping them in the fridge to be able to put maybe can a few. Maybe I'll be able to can a few jars. I'm not 100% if I'll be able to, but we sure are getting to eat a lot of green beans. So. And the tomatoes have just about quit. So that's what I've been busy doing. Oh, but I picked a ton of jalapenos. And so I'm going to try and make
I hope you're going to stuff some.
Well, I'm going to make some jalapeno jelly.
Okay.
And
That don't sound good on biscuits.
no, but it's great over cream cheese.
Ooh.
Yeah. On crackers.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, and does anybody know who's having a birthday anytime soon?
I don't know. Who's having a birthday? Somebody's having a birthday sometime soon? Mama, you know anybody having a birthday anytime soon?
Me.
Mama says, me! That's right.
Yep.
Mama is having a birthday
Yes, she is.
sometime soon.
Tuesday.
Oh, how you going to be, Mama? 42? You can't hear her, but she's laughing.
How old you gonna be? She don't remember?
95.
95.
95. That's
So-
a 9 and a 5, boys and girls. If you're
Yep.
keeping score at home, that's right. She's same age. She was born the same year my daddy was born.
Yep,
1923. Darlene has a question. She says, I have sourdough left. Can I let it rest in the fridge for a while?
You talking about sourdough starter? And if it's starter, yes, definitely. Put a lid on it though, you know, just to keep any refrigerator smell from getting in it. And then take it out and start feeding it. And it'll get active again, and you can make your
Now, just to be clear,
bread.
and Darlene, don't be offended if you know this already, but in case somebody else is watching, be more specific when you say put a lid on it, as opposed, talk about the difference between putting a lid on it in the fridge and a lid on it on the counter.
Yeah, I mean, a lid, you know, to go in the fridge that's, you know, a real lid that's closed off, sealed off, yeah. And on the counter, we put just a paper towel over it because it's got to get air, you know, and everything, because it's expanding and making those little gases and stuff. I think the lights just blinked. Thank y'all for the birthday wishes. Mama, everybody's saying happy birthday to you. Everybody. Oh, Kim says we need to live stream Mama's birthday. Well, I tell you what, we're going to be setting the GoPro up and taking some pictures. We have some family members that have had babies, that are going to have babies soon and stuff like that. And so we're going to take pictures and stuff where they can see it. So we'll show y'all some pictures on our
Let me see.
Live stream.
I don't know if I put that
next week. And I'm sure Tommy put some stuff on Facebook. So
yeah, we put the. I don't think I've got that. I don't think I have access to it right here. But we mounted the GoPro up on.
Oh yeah, it really
up on the
cool
stairs.
Video.
Give me just a minute.
No, Kim said we need to live stream Mama's birthday.
I know. I heard what she said. I heard what she said. Yeah, I don't remember where I got that footage right now, but it's not in this. It's not in this folder, so I can't do that.
Oh, thank you, Ben. Mama, Ben Rohelia is on here, and he said happy birthday. Mama, did you hear me?
Yeah.
Said thank you.
But we mounted it up on the stairs.
Way
up here
up there.
that you can see. In fact, the little strap is still up there. There it is. You see the little black thing? Looks like a little black garter on that 2x4. Right there. Yeah, so I had the GoPro mounted there, and it was perfect. It picked up. I didn't even have it on the super wide. I just had it on wide, I think. And hey, Allison Doyle, and it got everything in there, and you know, back this way even farther than where we're sitting. So it was really cool, and it caught all, you know, basically everything.
Yeah.
All the action.
It was really neat. Really,
hey, Annie,
really neat.
Your dog has bit my toe twice.
You didn't do my comment? I said
No.
stop moving your foot, it wouldn't be a problem.
Well, I can't help it. I can't help it. She lit into me twice.
Hey,
bit me
Kathleen.
twice.
My teeth didn't fall out.
Huh? It didn't hurt too bad. Bring her here. And let me show everybody. She's really not a meanie. She's a sweetheart. Her's a sweetheart, huh? She just sleeps hard. Ooh.
But she has bad breath.
Ow!
Her breath smells like a dead critter that's been dead a long time.
Now your beard's going to smell like that.
Oh, she licked my beard. Time to cut the beard. Hey, sure. She loves everybody. As long as you don't touch her with your feet when she's sleeping.
Yeah. Hey,
But
BJ
she's 13 years old, I guess, so she's
Not yet.
she's crotchety.
She'll be 13
She's
in
getting
January.
13. She's in January she'll be 13.
Hey,
So
Granny.
She's 12.
So it's gonna be 13 in November.
Granny, say hey to Granny. She said she's
Hey,
new
Granny.
on here. She said who said yes. So let's show them who
Well,
said yes.
that's our baby boy Cory, who's 21, and that is his brand spanking new fiance, Kayla. Kayla said yes, and we are
Yes.
all tickled to death. And I'll go ahead and run back through these pictures for anybody, because we just keep loving to her reaction was priceless.
Yeah. it
We
was
enjoyed
so
looking at
good,
them over
so
and
good.
over. She was totally surprised, and we as a family could not be happier.
Yeah, it's kind of delayed.
Almost from the day that we met her, we were hoping that it was her.
Oh, Nanda
So-
said it's nice to see my beautiful daughter. Thank you, Nanda.
It got soaking wet coming in, huh?
You should have used my pictures and cleaned it.
I know.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I know. That, I think those are the screen captures that Mom actually just pulled, or from a video. Yeah, Carly Ann took some great. I was looking for them, but I couldn't see them, and I couldn't find them in
Facebook has
time.
been weird.
Because Carly Ann has a real camera, and she snapped.
No. We have a
Yeah,
real
we-
camera.
yeah, we have a
that
real
she
camera.
keeps.
No, they bought like a brand new Canon camera that they have still to this day never used, so I use it.
Right. So what's
She
no
keeps
about
it.
that? That's yes, we have a camera that she uses
All the time. But
all the
that's okay.
time. But she uses
takes
it
good
well,
pictures.
and she captured. In fact, there's 1 or 2 shots that she took in that sequence that are much better. Not just the quality, but the positioning of her
Yeah,
shots
yeah.
really captured Kayla's face, and it was really cool. So.
Yeah, really nice.
Well, we've managed to almost fill up an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about my thing.
Go talk about your thing, baby.
Unless you got something
Go
else you
ahead.
wanna talk
What
about.
you want to talk about? Go ahead.
Well, it's a 1-month anniversary for me today.
Yes, it is.
Today is my 1-month anniversary. I got a divorce a month ago.
You're so dramatic.
They've never been happier.
You're so dramatic.
I got a divorce from the news media a month ago. I quit watching the news. I quit reading the news. I quit reading people talking about the news. I quit reading stories about politics. And I have never felt cleaner. I really, I had just gotten so dragged down by it, and I got frustrated. One thing was I was frustrated by the inability to find a story that was nothing but the facts, ma'am. Everything had to have a spin, and I really started having this sinking feeling that objective truth was dead as far as the media was concerned and all that. And so I pulled back from that. And Patty tried to tell me how much time I spent consuming the news, but I really didn't realize how much time I spent consuming the news from in the morning to at night, all throughout the day, until I stopped. And the first few days was a little difficult. I would fight the urge because I had been, my fingers were trained to click on the Drudge Report or, go to Twitter. And I followed all the political pundits and stuff on Twitter and was just consuming it all day long. And it just was, I had a frown on my face all the time. And so what?
I didn't say nothing.
Well, you looked like you were shocked by that. Were you agreeing?
Well, kind of.
Okay, well, that's fine. I don't mind if you agreed. I was confused that you thought, out of the corner of my eye, I was like you were shocked. And I thought, well, she shouldn't have been shocked. She should be saying that's right. But anyway, so it's been a month. I pulled back on July 16th, and I have not read a news story since then. What I did was I went through my Twitter feed, and I unfollowed all the national pundits. There are 1 or 2 I kept because they do other kind of stuff that I appreciate. But all the national pundits, all the national news sources, gone. I kept one local news source, Therese Apel, who is a local reporter who does a superb job. I kept her. Everything else gone. I went through Facebook, which I had done this once before a few years ago, and it had built back up a little, but not much. And did the same thing. I unfollowed any kind of news stories and all that. So, but that was only half of the equation for me. So instead of filling my mind, see, I'm an information junkie. Instead of filling my mind with all of that garbage and all that fussing and all that hysteria and the sky's falling every 5 minutes, if everything is the end of the world, nothing's the end of the world, right? So all that hysteria stuff had to go away, and I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to read my Bible instead. I'm going to listen, instead of listening to talk radio when I'm driving, because I drive a lot, I'm going to listen to some solid biblical teaching. And so listen to this. So you may have heard me talk about my Bible reading system I use.
I have a few comments I need to address, so go ahead and finish.
Okay, real quick. I have a Bible reading system that I use. If you want to know about it, email me. Bible@AldermanFarms. Bible@AldermanFarms. It's 10 chapters. I won't go into detail for time's sake. I started doing that every day, 10 chapters a day for the first, I don't know how long. And then I realized I could do 20 without, not as a contest or whatever, but I just had the time to do it. So here's the thing. In the 30 days since I quit watching the news, do you know how many chapters of the Bible that I've read? Somebody guess. Probably going to take too long because of the delay. Mm-hmm. In the neighborhood, because there was a day or two in there I missed. Last night I didn't get my evening session in because I felt bad and went to bed at 6:30, or night before. But anyway, in the neighborhood of 500 chapters of the Bible that I've read in 30 days. Now that's absurd. And if somebody were to say I read 500 chapters of Scripture in 30 days, you'd say they were lying. That sounds unbelievable. But it's not. Because 10 times 30 is 300. And half of that 30, I've been doing 20 a day. So, I don't know, 400 to 500 chapters of Scripture and hours of solid Bible teaching. And I no longer have the urge at all to click the Drudge Report or to watch any cable news stations. I don't care. I just don't care. It don't affect my life. Somebody will let me know when it affects my life. Somebody told me today Aretha Franklin died. I didn't read that.
Oh,
somebody told me that Aretha was dead. Died on the same day that Elvis died 41 years later. But anyway, so what I want to tell you is,
okay,
go to, that's a picture of the bookmarks that I use. And if you go to my Facebook group, the 20 for 30 challenge, and we can talk all about it, or email me, bible@aldermanfarms.net.
Linda asked what kind of puppy Sugarberry is. I've been waiting to answer that, Linda, so I didn't forget. She is a Pomeranian puppy. We just have her shaved down. Lots of good comments. Linda says, but she's much happier now. Jenny said Mike quit about 4 or 5 years ago. He said he just watches the weather a couple of times a week.
Who?
Mike.
Our Mike?
Mike Pratt.
We got 2 mics.
Mm-hmm.
I got a big mic and a mini mic. There's my mini. I got 2 big mics and a mini mic.
And BJ Stacy said she's adoring the Bible reading plan. So, let's see. Diana at Justice Acres said that Diane, D-I-A-N-A. Diana. I said it right the first time. Mm-hmm. Should have kept going. She stopped watching several years ago. Yep, much better spent, Nanda. And retired and Prepper's been doing the 20 and 30 the past few days. Better than watching the news.
Great.
Granny says you'll be a lot healthier. That's true. That is very true.
I feel better. I really do. I felt bad last couple of days because of a bug or something, but mentally I do.
And Terry says there's like 1,600 plus chapters, so get on it. So
if you read 20 chapters every day, you can read the entire Bible in 59.45 days. But again, it's not a race. It's not that. And if you can't do 20, if you're not comfortable, if you're comfortable with 10, if you're comfortable with 5, if you're comfortable with 1, read the Bible every day.
That's right.
Get in the habit of reading the Bible every day.
Terry's got 200 put on here. I guess maybe that's what she's done. And Jeff has 550. So
awesome.
That's
great.
Amazing. That's great. And even if you only have a little bit to put on there, read your Bible every day. It makes a difference.
I believe God's going to use that in our lives. He's going to use His Word to mold us. Mm-hmm. Hey, we got to go. Tom Clefman says, I get a coin for my first month free and clear.
Hey, well, Chrissy Beth says she hadn't watched mainstream news in years. The White Picket Fence says, way to go on quitting the news. My doctor told me to stop a few years ago, and I don't have to take Xanax anymore.
How about that?
That's great.
Wow.
That's great.
I'm impressed that your doctor, what a good doctor, that he had sense enough to say, your problem is you're watching too much news.
Yeah. What did you say over here? I missed it.
Tom Clefman says, I think you get a coin for your first month free and clear. It's like a challenge coin, that I think that may be tied to AA or something, where you get this coin. And Kevin Van Ormer said, you're right about truth. Hayden. It's not on TV, radio, or newspaper. Hey, we got to go. We've run over. We're in overtime.
Yep. Y'all go check out the Pratts. They're coming up next right now. They'll be starting their stream
any minute now.
Y'all have a great night. Thank y'all so much for joining us.
Tell them we sent you. Bye.